Hello, and welcome to another update video about Litecoin. Well, it's getting interesting now because Litecoin has basically followed the script nicely here yesterday. In the last video yesterday, we said another low is likely, getting closer to the $89 level, not necessarily to 89, 88, but the key is that $88 needs to hold to give us an idea that things could be turning around for a more bullish scenario. So what happened? So we have a WXY structure, basically complete or nearly complete in this wave 2. We looked at this wave 2 pullback and area and said, okay, in this yellow zone, reward and risk are fairly favorable for a possible third wave rally higher. But first of all, it needs to complete obviously the correction. Now, WXY, okay, and in the Y wave here an ABC. The idea was that this is only a B wave, very corrective, another low expected, happened overnight nicely, very nicely. I've added a subwave count now to this chart, and ideally one more low, yeah, ideally what, but honestly we talk here about one more tiny low in this structure. Now don't be surprised if it suddenly goes. They sometimes do that. This is on the micro level, yeah. And to be honest, if this is not an ABC but a WXY itself, it already has bottomed. So be aware of that. And then if we see a sustained break above that trend line, it's probably it. That's the problem with these micro counts. You know, sometimes people say, oh, okay, you said another low is happening. No, well, no, it's an idea. Okay, so it's basically the ideal structure ABC. But the more micro you go, the less reliable these micro counts are. So far, it has guided us really well. In this entire move down, I couldn't confirm at any point a low is in place. And I think now we're getting to a point where somewhere here, the low will be. And that's really as far as it goes. You know, you get to the limits of TA. Yeah, you don't have a crystal ball, but you get to the limits of what technical analysis can do. And now you need to wait for a signal. So basically, TA was our compass further down. Yeah, our GPS. And now we've arrived. You know, every GPS system has a bit of inaccuracy. So the thing is, we're now there, and now we just need to wait for price to show us a signal that things are turning around. And I think, a break above the trend line would be an early signal. A break above the wave 2 high at 97.30 would be a better signal. A break above the B wave high at around about $99 will be an even better signal. Yeah, and if the structure is giving us 5 waves, it's an even better signal. So you've got with Elliott Wave, you always have that cascading confirmation, yeah, the cascading levels of confirmation. But I would already pay attention to a possible trend line break, especially if it occurs with a bit of volume. But yeah, other than that, I mean, one more low is certainly here. If this is an ABC structure, one more low would be reasonable, and I have to look for one because so far we only have 3 waves down, so one more low would be likely. This looks like a third wave, so this looks like a fourth wave. Could also unfold as an Elliott Wave triangle, and then here another wave 5. The wave 5 could certainly get closer at least to $89. But we don't want a sustained break below $88, $89 because then this wave 2 is getting too deep to be a reliable one, yeah, too deep to be a likely one. But in this larger 1-2 setup where another third wave rally could occur, we're now exactly at the point where reward and risk are in a very favorable relationship. So just be aware of that, right? And then it's up to you. You know, do you trade the pullback? Do you wait for a 5-wave move to the upside? Basically, what you need to understand. Didn't want to do that. What you need to understand is this: wave 3 should consist of 5 waves as well. So you will get your 1-2 setup in wave 3 as well. Now, sometimes they are shallow, especially in a third wave rally. But just be aware of that. There will be another 5-wave move up and another 3-wave move down to confirm the trend shift has occurred. And then we have important, structural resistance. I mean, I already said the B wave high at around about $89. The X wave high will be important structural resistance. And then we've got obviously this wave 1 high at $115. And now let's calculate what a target for the third wave would be. So you can get your reward to risk calculation done. Because we're normally looking for at least the 1.618 extension in a third wave. Now, first of all, we need a confirmed reversal. I cannot confirm it at this stage, but what I can tell you, this is now the area where it should turn around, okay? So the 1.618 extension should take us to at least, the 1.618 extension takes us to around about $145, $146. The third wave, though, might go a little higher. This is always the minimum expectation for a third wave. This is very bullish. I mean, this projection, I would try to keep expectations low. However, yeah, just be aware of that. I currently, I don't know when the halving is. I need to look that up again. But what you often see is buy the rumor, sell the news, right? I mean, I haven't followed the halving cycles. To me, what's more important is what's happening around price. Yeah, and blend out all the noise. We don't really need the noise to make our analysis. So let's see. But this would be a common target for a third wave. So if it's a third wave, which happens next, it should get there. Okay, but this is what I'm watching for. And then let's take a look at the indicators, because obviously we retraced a lot. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Here, nearly oversold, okay, on the 4-hour chart, which is a good sign that things could be turning at some point. Yeah, oversold on the 4-hour. Last time we were at that level, we had that rally in wave 1. That's certainly something interesting. More reliable is the daily time frame, though, and here it's getting interesting because we are still in the bullish range on the daily, which is really good on the RSI. So ideally, I don't want to have a sustained break below 50. We also see MACD is coming down across the bearish. Now, we need to see, I mean, ideally, this is turning around pretty quickly, right? So it's already starting on the 4-hour with a reduction of negative momentum. That should move its way up on the 8-hour, which is also reducing negative momentum. And then at some point getting to the daily to turn it around. But the MACD has not turned yet. But then again, these indicators, they are always lagging, especially the daily. And in contrast to what many believe, indicators don't make a chart clearer. That's why we use Elliott Wave as leading indicator, because we know that sentiment often shifts in these Fibonacci rate areas, depending on which wave we're in. And that's the only leading indicator, really, together with price, of course. All right, that's my update about Litecoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.